Hello. So, yeah, welcome to welcome to this situation right here. So, we're going to finish one of my sketchbook pages, which I have indeed started like I don't know a week ago, something like that. I haven't painted in here for quite a long time, and so this is watercolor. And if you don't know me, I hate it. I absolutely hate painting with watercolors or any kind of that stuff in general. So I set myself the challenge to paint with it more often because that's the only way you get better at something. And now I started this and I still have to finish it, and I'm really not wanting to do this. So we're just going to film the process to make it a little bit more fun and engaging and all that kind of stuff. And then here we are free to go. So I'm really excited for this place right here because we have all the endless possibilities, don't we? I have my little friend here. He's a bit demolished, but that's all right. And also dirty, really dirty paint water. Yeah, we will just, we just go with the flow and then we see how everything goes. I absolutely adore this one. But I think we're going to have to go a bit smaller, so maybe this size or even that. I think that's too small. No, we just we just. What I find to be really weird actually is to not paint with anything in the background, because normally I paint with something in the background, like going like one of my favorite shows or something like this. I'm a really big fan of Supernatural right now. I'm like binge watching it all together. So I am currently on season, I think 9, was it? I don't know. Um it's a lovely show to like have in the back in general. So I love the storytelling, and then you just have hours of the same story just going off in your background, which is the things that I do indeed love. I do rewatch a lot of shows, but I haven't watched it, so the story is also new, which is quite exciting. Yeah, I just want to add a little bit more depth in all of those, and then we will see. I don't know if I want to add anything here. She looks quite nice. Um, but this one looks, I don't know. I started this page because of him, but he looks the worst right now, so but that's okay. We work with it. There are no mistakes, only happy accidents, and if we overwork it, that's just what happened, I guess. I think one of the reasons that I really don't like watercolors is that it takes a long time to be able to continue at one place, because I'm someone who likes when you can like finish one part of the drawing and then you just go on to the next, but you know the one you just did is already done. And that's not the case with watercolors, and I think that's annoying me a bit. So that might be one of the reasons why I don't really like it, I guess. Also, he originally didn't have a backlash, this was just plain old straw. But I think it looks better when there's like fabric in between, so it just looks a bit more full and wanted in this place. Otherwise, I think this page would look pretty dull. The mask in general, the mask in the middle in general, reminds me a lot of like Picasso's variations of African masks. In my studies, we're currently going over them, and it's quite interesting how he like viewed them and then just took another turn on it, I would say, and put them into his paintings as like an inspiration kind of thing. Yeah. but I think they look a little bit better than his work, so I'm not such a big fan of Picasso. But I think very little people actually like him. And then there's also like the question about the author and the work. So you might like his work, but if you liked him as a person, I do indeed have quite a few questions for you because, oh, what the fuck? Like, Picasso was really weird, I would say. I don't think that you can put it any other way other than just straight up weird. I mean, like all his ladies and like side quests. I think side quests are quite an interesting way to portray this, but oh well. Um, I guess so. More than this around here, then I just have to work with this somehow. I don't know what I'm doing there. We will just have to work it out, I guess. It's definitely not the best one off this page, which is quite annoying because it was the one I started this page for, but oh well. Can't have everything, I guess. Also, this baking paper is annoying me, but I've painted with oils on these two sides. Yeah. He looks really nice, but also like, what is going on here? She's just excited to be here. I can tell that she's just like having the best time of her life in general. She's a girl's girl. She knows what she's doing in her life. If you can't tell, also, I might be a little bit sick, just a little bit, but we don't care, do we? We don't care. But I don't think that there's anything more that I can add to this right now, so we will just leave it like that and then maybe go in with some colored pencils later. But that's just not my territory right now. I just don't think there is anything else we will be able to put there that's going to make it better instead of worse. So we will just leave it at that. Now the question is, what will I put here? What do I wanna choose? That's like my trusty old mechanical pencil. So I love him to the dearest. He's the best. And then we just go onto Pinterest and do some inspiration seeking. This one looks really nice actually, what the fuck. So I would go with this idea in mind and we will just see what comes out of it, I guess. But that's the inspiration for right now, I would say. Can you even see it? I hope you can see it, but that's a really nice picture from Pinterest. Alrighty. Just doing a little thumbnailing to see how we want to go about it, I would say. Where is my mind? Where is it? It's gone. Oh, there it is. It is. Still alive. Wonderful. Sometimes he just swallows them up and never returns them. He's a bit of an oldie. He doesn't want to do things the way I want to do it, but I still love him. He's a lovey-dovey one. I don't know, I actually wanted to do it like more of a serious look. This face, I don't know, this face just screams like cutie patootie, you know? I mean, look at her. You can't say no to this, can you? I don't think so. I don't think that you can say no to this. Look at her, she's such a cutie patootie. Yes. It's lovely, isn't it? I think it's lovely. Add all of this. Ooh, I could make this a frame actually, and then just like go like this, that, bam, like a little bit of Art Nouveau and that kind of stuff. So just like this, like that. I think that looks cute. I think you can do it like this, but I just want to change it up a little bit, maybe just do it a bit different. Also, I gotta see whether I have any watercolor on me, but that doesn't seem to be so that's all right. Maybe we just make it a little bit off-centered, so with a little bit of perspective. That looks really cool, actually. I like that. And then like this. Yeah, this actually looks really nice. I like that. I think we can go with something like this. So we just make it like a little bit bigger. Maybe like this. And we don't have much more space anyway, so we just have to deal with that, I guess. And then just, just a face. Beautiful, beautiful face. Also, they always look like abominations first before they start to look like somewhat acceptable. So, yeah, beautiful. We gotta look for just needed eraser, please. Thank you. I don't know which ethnicity she has. She kind of looks a little bit like Russian to me. I don't know. Like someone maybe go back and be like, oh yeah, they are from I don't know where. I wouldn't ask if I know. But that would be really interesting because I don't know what her clothes do look a little bit like traditional clothing or more like Arctic kind of stuff. Or she could also be like, yeah, because it's like really cold if she has something like this on. In the end, somebody's going to come up to me and be like, oh yes, this is AI modified. And we're like, go, what the fuck? Oh yes, the times we live in right now. Horrible. I tell you, horrible, absolutely. She has really high eyebrows. I did not know this. Also, this perspective is just. I think we're just going to start all over because I don't like the way it looks right now. Maybe we'll just go a completely different way in general. We would just see, I guess. We will just see. She looks really rough right now. I'm really sorry for her that she has to look like this at the moment, but we will make it better eventually. So don't worry, my child, I will save you. Though no, just like the background being a little bit more open, I guess. Maybe just like this, and then you just go like that. Yeah, it doesn't look like a lot right now, but I think you just gotta trust the process of this, and then everything comes together eventually, at least in the knowledge I have from when I was like still young, or any kind of that crap you can talk about, really. I am using the Ohuhu Skin Colors, and I don't know how many colors pack. It's big, it's a lot. I have some colors that don't even work anymore because I don't use them that often. But that's okay. That is alright. So, I mean, like, this big boy right here. I don't know which pack this is, but it's from Ohuhu Marcus. I really like them. I don't know, can you buy them individually? Because some of them don't work anymore. And I haven't looked into that yet, so that might be interesting to know for me. I want to use like really light color for her face, like a really, really light color. And I think the biggest pain is it when you just have to look for the correct colors in order to use them. I think that's like the most tedious of all of it in general. And then just these two as well. BG3 is like one of my favorite colors to paint with. I love this one so much. It's like my most used one of all of these. Like if I only was able to use one color out of this whole pack, it would be BG3. I think that's how much I actually love. It's just perfect for every kind of shading. And I just love it about this one. Also, I don't know if you can see the reference, but she's like actually blue in her face, so that's actually quite an accurate color. I don't know if R20 or R21 still work. I think R21 was the one that doesn't work anymore. So we just have to improvise on that one. Also, her blush sits really low, but that's also in the reference, so I guess we can call it accurate, can't we? And then also she has this like reddish kind of hair. So reddish, I don't know, like Y20 maybe. I haven't used skin color ones for so long that I don't know which ones from them work and which ones don't. So it's also always a surprise. YR21, sorry. There was an R missing. But this one does still work, that's great. I think this is one of the most accurate ways to say my camera died on me and I did not notice, because I did in fact not notice until I was done. So this might not be the prettiest spread I've done, but I'm quite happy with how this one turned out. I'm going to leave this like that. Maybe I'm just going to add a little bit more background, but I'm not sure about that yet. So we will just leave it like this for now, and maybe in a sketchbook tour in the future you might see whether I changed it or not, but I'm quite happy with this, and now I hope you enjoyed it. We are just going to see each other in the next video. Until then, I wish you a wonderful day.